Welcome to Story Ideas on the Fly, where we draw a random idea from the hat and develop it into a story.
All right, let's
doing anything weird.
see what our viewers have put in here for us today. Okay. Oh, gosh. 5 adventurers walk into a bar. The 6th one ducks and decides to choose them as his companions for his quest.
Oh my goodness.
It's really an idea.
We can work with
I
it.
think we
We
can
have
make
to
this
work with
happen.
it, though. That's how it goes.
I think we can
What
make
is
this
this
work.
bar? Is this like a horizontal bar or like a pole?
Or I was
He
thinking
says
a
duck, so
tavern.
probably horizontal.
Yes.
No. It says the 6th one duck, so it's probably a horizontal. So the question is,
What
why
if
is
this is
5
during a fight?
What?
This is during a fight. There's I don't know, a dragon in the town square, and a bunch of adventurers jump into the fight, but several of them, so the running into the walking into the bar and not ducking is not them being just really stupid or drunk. It's they're in the middle of a battle with a monster, and they get knocked out, and the 6th one ends up recruiting them to his party.
Oh, okay. How about this is kind of going along with what you said, but a bar. One of the first places I would think about a bar is just a bar to walk into would be kind of around a jousting tournament. You
Okay.
think about this. So perhaps something happens at a tournament and there is a knight seriously injured or something. So the first people out there kind of run into the bar. It doesn't say they go unconscious.
No, that's
Walk
they
into
walk
the
into a
bar.
bar.
We might make that run. But so they're hurried
Yeah.
out. They're the first people out there, which means they're going so fast they kind of just run into the bar, flip over, jump over, whatever. And then the 6th one is taking his time a little longer, so he's going to duck under, and then he's going to say, hey, these guys who were so fast to act, those are the people I want fighting
the first people in the
right, the first ones out there, the first ones who were going so fast that they didn't slow down for that bar.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the 6th one was, should we make him a prince or should we make him someone like an agent
Now,
of the
if we
king?
want to do something a little different,
Make
could you
him a
have
ghost?
a sci-fi type of jousting?
Well, it doesn't have to be a joust. It just has to be
Right.
something happens, and there has to be a
Some
bar.
sport with a bar in it.
And they
Not
have
even
to
a
be
sport.
adventurers.
Not even a sport.
Yeah.
Bar, why would a sport have anything to do with the bar?
I don't know, make up a good sport,
With bars?
Well, no,
And
actually, if you have the
adventurers.
bar being used in a sport, people are less likely to run into it than if it's just.
Okay,
True.
Okay, well, let's just stick with the fantasy. It was our first idea.
And
And
because
I
it
like
said
that.
adventurers,
And
if it's sci-fi, they're called mercenaries.
I mean, technically, in medieval, they were also often called mercenaries,
But in fantasy,
They're
they're
called
called
adventurers.
adventurers.
Right,
Exactly.
'cause
All
that's more noble.
All right, so adventurers. So he picks
So what's the actual conflict?
Right. So this
right.
guy is an adventurer.
Yeah, but I think he may be not just an average adventurer. He could be a special agent to the king or something, where he gets sent on very important missions, and he's recently been called to an important mission, and so he goes, "Hey, these guys were the first on the scene. They were, these are the kind of people I want."
These are not knights, but they've got they've got that drive.
Well, why
They
would
were
he be
quick to
needing to
act.
grab a completely new group is the question.
Well, one
Because-
option is just that his last group died. You could also say
Okay, if
that
you want
he's
that one.
that he
I
was
like
kicked out of his old group. That
I like that it's a stealth mission, and so
Ah.
if he's a knight or he's someone, then he is. Then they know all the knights. The knights can't go, so he's going to try to
Gotcha.
recruit something because this is a stealth mission. This is something where they're going to have to sneak in to an enemy camp or an enemy castle, and try to find out where some stolen item that they need to get returned because somebody stole their magical item and they want to go steal it back.
That could work.
Another thing we could do is he could be a masked hero. So yes, he is the big knight, the big, the one in charge, the whatever top to the king, or counselor, whoever we want him to be. He can be counselor to the king, but he's also going to be this masked hero. So that's why he's being asked to do it, because the king knows he is, and now he's going to pick a team with him to go in and do this stealth mission.
Well, I think it needs to be more than just a stealth mission, because if it's a stealth mission, he's not going to pick people who run headfirst to the danger. This is a mission where bravery is the most important aspect. That's what he's looking for.
It may be something where you need a little bit of all of those. So you need a little bit of.
But it's not just stealth. It's the important thing.
You could have it so he's
there will be fighting involved.
You could have it so he's trying to hijack into a gang of mercenaries, and so you do need to be brave in order to go into there.
Yeah.
They could be going undercover into infiltrating a thieves guild or something.
I like going after mercenaries or pretending to be mercenaries. And so you can't be someone famous. You can't be any of the famous adventurers who have slain dragons, because they're going to look at them and know who they are. And you can't be a knight because they're too recognizable. But a bunch of low-level adventurers.
Yeah. And you have brave. This guy is someone who works for the king, but he is not a well-known person. Okay, he works for the king, but he's
more
kind
under
of like
the table,
officially a lesser counselor, so nobody really knows him.
Might just have it so that he's an adventurer whose main thing is that he's basically a rogue, and the only person who actually really knows that he exists is the king.
Yeah, I like that.
Works too, and
have it so he's just like
special ops style of.
He's kind of the special ops for the king, and so this guy's going to do it. Now, who is our villain?
Your villain is whoever is either hiring these mercenaries or the leader of the mercenaries, if the mercenaries are acting on their own.
Who would be hiring mercenaries, and what would they be doing?
Well, you could do a lot of things. It depends on what kind of threat you want them to pose. Do you want this to be an existential, if we fail, the kingdom's going to be destroyed? Or is this if we fail, people will die, but that's about it?
I tend to like to go epic, personally.
Yes, but how big, how grandiose? Is this they're going to conquer the world, destroy the world? I don't know why people would want to destroy the world when they live in it, but that does happen.
Oh, minor details.
Very You're going to destroy the world. Where will you live?
I will live in Cthulhu's stomach.
Oh, right. Anyway,
let's see.
So you could have the mercenaries be like capturing monsters and gathering them up for the big bad.
Oh,
you could have. You could. It would be nice to have someone who poses a threat to the kingdom.
Oh. And one of the big reasons why they're trying to infiltrate these mercenaries is to figure out who the big bad who's hiring them is.
Yes, I like that.
Okay. And so then once they get to the big bad and he's revealed, he's going to be angry, have all these monsters, and come at them at the end with everything he's got.
Nice.
Okay, next question. Who are these 5 adventurers?
Should we come up with
Eeny, meeny, miny, and mo? I don't know.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and Fred.
We got some time. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing you need, I think the simplest way to do it would be either base them off the 5-man band, or take like D&D style classes and base them off those.
Okay, so we need a wizard.
Obviously you need a spellcaster. Spellcasters are necessary.
We have our rogue, so we don't need that. We do need someone like a fighter or a barbarian, though.
A brute force fighter, a healer,
So we have
magic user. We
need a tank.
Oh yes, you need a tank and
but not a knight.
2 DPS. No, you want a tank who focuses. Because they're infiltrating a group of mercenaries, so people can look pretty bizarre if you want. You could have a guy who's like half Minotaur.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Or maybe has giant blood or something. So he's this big hulking guy with skin that's like either as thick as leather or like stony. And so he's just really tough and durable, but he doesn't look like a knight. He's not a knight.
No.
And you could totally see that guy as a mercenary or as an adventurer.
There you go.
So there's one of the guys.
That would be fun.
In fact, have him when he runs into the bar bent for him.
I think there's an actual term for that bar between the in the joust in the middle of the jousting. I
I'm
should know
sure
it.
there is.
I should know the name of it. If you know it, put it in the comments for
Yeah,
us.
please.
Honestly, when I'm imagining bar in this case, I'm imagining like one of those signs that comes out from the side of a building with it hangs a sign from it,
Mm-hmm.
and then like if you're just tall enough, you can bang your head on that.
Oh, that
Fair
could be
enough.
the way to go to make sure he was getting people big enough and strong enough, you know?
Well, I'm
There
just
you
saying. The
go.
point is, there is some kind of bar for
Some
people to
kind
hit
of
their head
big
on.
Instruction
our
that they
5
all
people,
run
we have
into.
a fighter, a healer, a magic user, a tank. Our rogue is our leader. He's the sixth.
And you need a
So we
DPS.
need another
DPS.
Yes, it's a
damage
video
per
game.
second.
Video game term meaning basically a damage dealer.
Someone who deals
Well,
out
isn't
a
that
lot
our
of damage.
fighter?
Well, the fighter can be the DPS, but
Yeah. Well, we can
you could
go
also
to-
have yeah.
Or
we
we
can
could just
go
throw in a
couple of different
bard.
ways with this.
Oh, I like that. Let's
Ooh,
throw in a
yes.
board.
Yes. Let's have a bard.
You need tank, DPS, and support. And then you can also base them off the 5-man band, or you can base them off D&D classes. That's how
There
I
you
put
go.
it.
Okay.
Well,
so
I'm
we got
mostly
these
going,
things.
doing this based off of you need someone
Mm-hmm.
to deal damage, you need someone to tank damage, you need someone to heal them when they take damage, and then you're gonna need someone to gather information.
Right.
There you go.
Also, a bard would make a good buffer.
Good point.
Buffs are very important in any time you're doing anything, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, and your bard can be a little more of a jack of all trades too, so you can get someone who can both fight and sneak in and do some of your other things. So
I want to. We can make the rogue, the bard, or the healer, or both girls, and then that gives you a good love story. The rogue and the bard.
oh, that could be fun.
I think the healer and the bard are the ones that need to be girls. Just
Mm-hmm. Or your tank could be a girl.
Well,
it'd actually be cool.
That would be hilarious.
it's this big minotaur girl just going, yeah, just do it.
Oh yeah.
I could imagine a guy
Yeah.
trying to flirt with her.
That tickled.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't know. You could have fun with
He could
it.
go a lot of ways because
Could have a lot.
if
Mhm.
she's half minotaur, it doesn't matter if she's a girl, she's gonna be stronger than the guys. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either
Same thing
way.
if she's half giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all can write this.
Finding
however
her
you
love
want.
story could be
Wait,
very
and then
fun.
make her personality just like really, oh yay, cute bunnies.
Actually, girly.
That could be cute too.
But it's like holding it in a palm.
Could be the little bunny, and then somebody comes to attack, and she's like, "Get out of my way! Don't you dare!"
That could be very. That could
That
be
would
very
be funny.
entertaining.
And then when the whole fight's over, go back and go.
Is
"Did
the
I
bunny
hurt you,
okay?"
little bunny?
That would be hilarious. I think you need for all these characters. So
Yeah.
our rogue is our straight guy.
Yes,
The
'cause
straight
he's
man?
He's the hero, so
He's the main
gotta be
hero.
straight.
Yeah. He's
I
the
think-
leader.
We're not
One thing is-
gay, by the way.
We can make our fighter kind of the confident swashbuckler.
that could
Ooh,
be fun.
swashbuckler.
Yes,
Yes.
just all about finesse and going into the and a little bit of this. I'm going into this mercenary thing, and it's like, man, everything's so dirty.
That could be
Let's
fun.
live like this.
And
And then he proceeds to clean up their entire base.
No. That's
do they cup of tea around here?
Oh, that could be fun.
Too,
but it's not that he's going to clean up the entire base. More like he's going to show off by fighting with a bunch of the mercenaries in the base and beating them in a
Nice.
fight.
That sounds
So
like
he's
fun.
our expert dueler. Our healer.
Should we have
I
her
like
be a
the
girl?
idea of having
Uh,
the healer
girl?
be the kind of person who's just like, okay, you owe me. I healed you.
Yeah, well,
Pay up.
that's an interesting question
That character.
because there are like 3 main ways to do healers.
Okay, one thing you've got to watch out for, then you can go do this. If you're making the rogue, the fighter, and the magic user guys, and the healer, the tank, and the bard all girls. Someone like me is going to match up 3 couples.
Okay.
Has to be
Okay.
that. So just
I don't care.
yes.
Or we could do
I'm
this.
not sure who
We
the
can
tank
make it
goes
so
with.
that the fighter, the healer, the magic user, the tank, and the bard are girls, so that then we just have it so that it's a love dodecahedron.
And now we have
Now we have our anime parents.
all right.
All right.
All right, go ahead with what you were
With this.
saying about what we're talking about, magic users. Or
I think it was
healers.
healers.
Yes.
So
yeah,
there are a
that's
few
listening.
different routes you can go with healers. You can go with the classic healbot healer, I guess is the best way to describe it, who's just sitting there in the back making sure nobody dies. You could go with the aggressive healer who's the why do I have to carry this whole team? Or you could go with the confident healer. Like there are multiple routes you can go with healers, but mostly 2 main categories. You have the anime style and the video game style, really.
Well, if we haven't had enough crazy people, you could have your healer be kind of a reverse necromancer, so she or like a good so some background in necromancy, so she heals, but she can also, if you mess with her too much, she'll turn it the opposite way and drain your life.
Ooh, have her. Oh, so
No,
a girl.
get a hot goth girlfriend.
Yes, a god
Yes.
healer. She was originally a necromancer, or came from a group of necromancers,
And
but
decided to
departed
go
from that
straight,
life
be a
and
good
decided to go
person.
straight and decided to heal people instead, but still has mastery of her life energy.
You
Yeah.
know,
I love
the
that.
goth, the half minotaur. Maybe I'm not seeing these 3 couples anymore.
They-
Super cute.
What are you talking about? You have like the 3 main categories of waifus.
Okay. All right. So
Well, if you
have
have
Um,
one,
now the magic user, the classic magic user is the nerdy magic user. However, there are a bunch of other routes you could go with the magic user.
You could also have it so that the magic user is more of a sorcerer, and so
Six
he's
of us,
just
3
kind of the,
couples.
oh, you had to learn magic. Oh, what a pity. How pathetic, you pathetic mortal.
No, wait. One thing you could do is, how would you do that right? You have a wizard, but this type of wizard who, if he went to magic school, probably cheated his way through. And so he doesn't actually understand the theory at all, but what he's really good at is memorizing spells. So he doesn't understand the theory behind magic at all, but he has a nearly eidetic memory. So he can look at a spell being cast just once and go, okay, so they made these gestures, used these items, said these words, and can replicate it. Can't create any magic on his own, though, and if you tell him to slightly modify a spell, he has no idea how to do it. He can just do exactly the spell he saw being done. He can't.
that could be.
So he
Which
can't.
could actually do it so that
Supashi.
which could actually make it so that a lot of magic users, they'll slightly say the words differently or slightly move their hands differently, which will cause the spell to slightly change, which is why you'll have a range of damage. But then for him, he memorized that exact move.
Exactly.
So he's doing it in that exact way, so it's always exactly the
And you
same.
make the fireball smaller? No, I have no idea how to make the fireball smaller.
You make it bigger.
No, I have no idea. I can do it again.
Such a fun group.
And so,
All right, I
and the thing is, I
calling
think
this one to
making
do.
the
I think
fireball smaller would be like a classic thing. Every mage can do that, except for this one.
we can match up some pretty odd but very cute couples.
Oh, I'm matching the magic,
Yeah.
this mage guy with the Minotaur girl.
That sounds cute. The rogue gets the goth healer chick.
No.
Yes, yes.
I want the
Oh,
round.
okay.
Bard. Who's the bard
Oh,
girl?
okay. Waiter can get the goth.
Do you see why I had them come up with characters for my books all the time? They were good.
So we have so 2 of the
The
girls
boys.
have.
Tell me about the boys.
Okay, so we have a goth
no,
and we
she's
have
girl.
a muscly girl who's very, very
tomboy.
girly.
Well, yeah.
We have a
Bustling
tough
girl.
girl.
So should
we
we
have
have
a
it so
goth
the
girl,
bard
and
is
she should
actually
be
the
a
one
really
who has the
sweet girl.
personality of a tomboy?
No, we can make her a
No.
sweet girl. Make
Okay,
her a
make
sweet
her
girl,
a
but let's
sweet
give her
young
something.
thing, but she can be the
We-
sweet young
she
thing.
needs
But
some
let's-
kind of
right.
spunk.
Yes.
Let's see. Bards generally act as support and like buffs and debuffs in a lot of versions of it, where their music, they'll usually cast magic through music, but that it will affect people usually on an emotional level to either strengthen them or weaken them.
Yeah, I would have her be one of those people, and we've all known these people who have gone through a lot in life, but you never tell it by looking at them just because they're always smiling, they're always happy, they're always positive and optimistic and going, hey, it's gonna be okay, we're gonna win.
Oh, so she's
no
the person
matter
who's
how
been
dark
through-
things look, she's always smiling
always
and shiny
smiling and
like
happy because she has gone through that stuff before.
so she seems like
So
the-
should
and
we
she's
have
always
someone who's
helping
gone into
people
yeah,
through
slavery?
but if you put her in a bad situation, she will defend herself because I mean she has actually been through some
And I
rough.
think
Should we have it
because
so that she was as a slave for a while? Because just why not?
I mean, or she could have
Good.
grown up in the slums, or I mean, you can give
There's
lots
many
of
ways
to do
lots
it.
of
But
rough childhoods.
but because she's been through so much and she's seen so much already,
Mhm.
it's just kind of all a game to her. It's like, yeah, doing this again. Let's do it.
Like,
And,
okay,
you know, she's been
throw something
Well, it
at me
makes the
I've
best
never
out of
seen
it, at least.
before.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
so she gets
I
to
don't know
go.
if she's necessarily the oh
Yeah,
boy, I
ready
love
to
to kill,
kill.
but you
No,
know.
no,
she
this
gets-
is she's see, I'm going to help you kill people better.
I think being a bard, you know, we can
You
make her
suck.
somewhat of
You
a
suck.
performer.
You suck.
And so
You are doing
she's
an
got
amazing
that
job. Keep it
performer
up.
thing
You
where
suck.
I get out there, I do my, you know,
Mhm.
this is a performance and I'm going to
Yeah.
do it, and I'm going to do it big, and I'm going to, you know,
Yeah,
I'm going to play this part of a mercenary. I'm going to go in and be a mercenary. And,
yeah.
But she would be good for
But
getting
overall, I'd see
information.
her as a let's make her the more
The happy, bubbly
sweet,
type.
the
Yeah.
sweeter type in general, because we've got enough interesting.
Make her the sweet young thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta have
I
one
love
too.
I love
But
this
with
group
some
of
This
heroes.
rose has some
Yeah,
thorns.
they're fun.
So yeah,
I
you
like
and
all
then
of-
so now so
yeah.
this random group of heroes, and I think half of them don't even know each other at the start because
No,
they were
I
just
don't
the first
think
five
any
run
of
to
them
the-
really know each other.
This is gonna be epic. Okay.
And you
Okay.
have at least two of them know each other.
Something like the
ha-
bard runs in and then goes, "Yeah, I remember you. You're that Minotaur girl that ended up. Were you the one that accidentally smashed my carriage? Oh, I am so sorry."
We got all this out of 5 adventurers walk into a bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and that's half the fun. Is you take an idea, you work with it, you develop, and you
All right.
keep
You
messing
can-
with
I
it
think-
until you like.
We're low on time, or we've gone pretty long on time, is what I
Yeah.
mean. So, and I think we've developed this enough so that anyone who wanted to write this could.
Could,
We'd want
yeah.
to develop more, obviously, but who
Yes.
would write
But
this?
it's a
I'd
good
love to
start.
write this.
Oh, this would
This
be
is my
fun.
style
This
of
would be
story.
fun. What
This
about
sounds
you?
like so much fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Or you
y'all will
can
have
write
fun
it.
with it too.
Throw in your ideas for what we should do with these crazy characters, or how we should make them even more crazy.
Or
Or
even
who she
more
should have in the
characters.
shipping wars.
And while you make comments, and don't forget to comment, we'd love more ideas for a hat. We're so happy that it's now full of all kinds of contributions. We'll see you next time.